Hey, today we're going to discuss conscious resonance. And what I mean by conscious resonance is basically imagine, like in this diagram, the reality you see out there is set up in such a way that there's just space and mass, isn't there? Yeah. So everything, every space has a molecule or particle in it. Yeah. And where there are stars, there's spaces in between stars. Where there's planets, there's spaces between planets and stars. And then even on a scale of consciousness on Earth, there is human consciousness all over the planet, and consciousness emits radio waves, and these electromagnetic bursts can be sensed by other animals as well, and can be sensed by those who are picking up your consciousness, who are trying to decipher what you're thinking using remote neural methods or networking. So the radio waves or electromagnetic waves that your consciousness emits can be sensed by artificial means, and also other consciousnesses are capable of doing that. Yeah. Now, my point is that there is quite a lot of people who invest in trying to use psyops to give us diseases. Like if you look at the Mandela effect, in terms of that, sometimes you might wake up and you notice that you've got a scar that wasn't there before. Or you notice you've got a spot somewhere that wasn't there before. Yeah, this is due to people who are actually monitoring your minds and trying to alter your consciousness. Yeah. So what they do, if you look at this diagram, they target you. Yeah. Maybe in your sleep, or if you're awake. If you're asleep, let's just say that your consciousness is very diminished. If you're awake, it's very profound. So they target you when your consciousness is diminished, and they make a modification in the frequencies that you're emitting. They might try and resonate certain frequencies and diminish others. They might bring a resonator of some kind next to you to affect that change. Yeah. Now, obviously, you're in a state of sleep or daydream. Yeah. So you're not gonna really notice. And then they know what frequencies your mind emits when it's sick. So they might bring a resonator that's actually resonating out those frequencies, and then it resonates into your mind, and then your mind starts to resonate them within it, and that's how you transfer. That's how you convince someone that they're sick. So, but now we're in a natural lattice, so everyone else who's asleep at that time is in a natural lattice with you. They're also emitting the similar, compared to that length scale, they can be viewed as having the same frequencies. Yeah, compared to what's out there, everyone who's asleep, yeah, can be said to have the same frequency as everyone else who's asleep. So when they modify you, unfortunately for them, because they don't think straight, everyone else who's asleep, yeah, is gonna be modified too. So as soon as your consciousness takes to that modification, everyone else who's asleep, with respect to the rest of what's there in your reality, everyone else who's asleep is gonna have that modification. He's gonna have that modification that they put in you. So that's why you notice that other people will start to wake up and sense that, hang on a minute, I've also got spots that came out of nowhere. So this is what you describe as the Mandela effect, when you have a large majority of people believing in one thing and another lot completely oblivious with it. They were out of phase. They was in an awake phase, and these lot were in a sleep phase, or vice versa. It doesn't matter which way it is. But then again, these people who actually targeted you that way are human beings. Yeah, sooner or later they're gonna have to sleep, ain't they? Yeah. uh, Now when they're in that state of sleep, and this is their consciousness, that is out there. Let's say you are in the middle of your sleep, and let's say these people here have just started their sleep. Yeah. When you finish your sleep, they'll just be in the middle of it. Yeah. But they'll catch on to that resonance, that illness. Yeah. So when they wake up, they'll notice that they're sick. But these people who are targeting you, after targeting you, they'll now start their sleep. Yeah. Once they do that, these people will still be in the middle of their sleep. So they got eventually idiots. So they're gonna get what they sent round. What they sent round is gonna come around. So this is why when they target you like that, and you wake up and you notice, hang on a minute, I've never had this scar before. You talk to everyone around you, say, no, we don't really notice you having that either. Then other people start waking up and say, hold on, my body's changed. Yeah. My body never used to be like this, but now it's like that. Yeah. Eventually those people who changed you will also have their bodies changed as well. Yeah. So whenever somebody tries to give you a disease by initiating a change in that way, yeah, of course you fight it off. But if you fight it off and you succeed, these lot don't know that it's happening. Yeah. They have to fight it off too. But if they don't, some of them will get sick, where you find a situation where you are the original target and you fought it off by just the power of positive thinking, and just really enforcing the fact that you don't believe it's happening, and you know that it's a psyops that's happening. Yeah. Enforcing that belief will help your body fight it off. It's like a reverse placebo. Like you've noticed when you have troubles in your life, there's people who are monitoring you and they know that you're having troubles. That's when they'll start bombarding your mind with thoughts of suicide. And I've seen situations where I'm walking down the street and somebody's actually, whatever step I take, they take the same step. Whenever I go forward, they go forward, and they're trying to project things into my mind. I wanted to record that so that I can view it. And then when I move back in the other direction, they move back in the other directions. It's like they're wanting to be in tune with every step that I'm doing. Yeah. So there's people who follow you around doing that, and they cause a lot of suicide and a lot of illness doing that. But all you have to do is, if you find people like that, please make a recording and post it, so that we can actually start to learn their techniques and protect ourselves from them. But those things do not work if you are an intelligent person. So basically, you just go through it and just reinforce your belief that you're not sick and that it's something that's being done to you. And then just wait. You've seen my videos on the game of life and on how to identify people in your surroundings who will be doing those things, who will be trying to modify your consciousness to make you believe that you're sick. Identify those and then keep an eye on them. Once they've done that to you, you're going to notice that sooner or later they're going to get the same problem. Yeah, but you might have survived it by just being positive about it. Just know when you wake up and you find that your body is something that it never used to be, that's a Mandela effect, but it's due to a psyops. Yeah, and it's just a matter of not believing it and letting the reverse placebo effect work with your consciousness.